Made from a range of clays and shales, clay bricks were being used as far back as the Babylonian days 6,000 years ago. Until comparatively recent times, the clay was dug, the bricks were made, and the kilns set by human labour, with minor help from animal power. About 100 years ago, the first effective machines for brick manufacture appeared, and the trend towards mechanisation continued at an increasing pace until this present day. Bricks are made from a wide range of clays and shale. The clays have trace elements of alumina, silica and minor amounts of lime, magnesia and soda or potash. The mining of clay is carried out during the dry summer months, from November to March. Heavy earth moving equipment such as bulldozers, scrapers and mechanical shovels are used to extract the clay and softer varieties of shale. This white clay quarry is to be found in the Darling Range not far from Byford. White clay is used in the manufacture of cream or pastel coloured bricks. After the clay has been removed from this quarry, the brick manufacturing company have an obligation to ensure that the water deposits are returned to the creek beds in an uncontaminated state, and that the vegetation in the area is restored, the cost of which must be allowed for in the manufacture of the bricks. The clay is transported by large trucks to the Monier factory at Armidale. These trucks are owned by private contractors, and each load is checked and the driver credited for his load at the entrance to the work. Clay and shale is stockpiled in bays under cover to keep the moisture content as low as possible. This is essential if proper control is to be maintained during the manufacture of the bricks in the winter months. These old drying sheds at the Monier plant were used to store green bricks prior to burning in the old updraft kilns. Updraft kilns have since been phased out. A dump truck is used to cart the raw material from the stockpile to the primary crushers, where it is proportioned out and reduced to fine particles. The clays are fed separately to the primary crushers, which reduces the particle size down to a ½ litre or less. The mixing of clays then follows to impart the desired properties of colour, hardness, etc. Conveyors carry the material to a pan mill, which consists of 2 heavy steel wheels on an axle, which is connected to a central vertical spindle around which they rotate, crushing the clay against the base of the pan. From the pan mill, the clay is conveyed to screens so that oversized particles may be returned to the mill for further crushing. From the screen, the material is fed into a storage bin and then to a feeder which allows the correct quantity of material to be fed by conveyor belt to the brick making machine. The fine particles on the right are ready for the final processing into clay bricks. The clay on this conveyor is headed for the brick making machine. The lumps of clay that are soft have previously been through the moulding process and been recycled back because of imperfections in their size and shape. Clay is forced by an auger through a horizontal cone-shaped tube, which tapers down to the die. A continuous column of clay, a little larger than the planned size of the brick, is forced from the die and picked up by a conveyor. The continuous body of clay is assisted by oil, which lubricates the die constantly. As the clay is forced forward, the wire cutting machine comes into operation. This machine has 4 banks of wires which can cut approximately 16 or 17 bricks at each quarter turn of the wheel. The cutting machine moves forward at the same rate as the body of clay. A chain type of Bendix spring pulls the machine back ready to cut the next batch of bricks. This die of the extruding machine is capable of producing approximately 2 million bricks before being reconditioned. 3 rods are placed inside and at right angles to the opening of the die to form the 3 holes traditionally found in Monier extruded brick. A wire-framed apparatus can be attached over the face of the die to produce a patterned surface on the brick. This type of die is used to produce what is known as the rough cast brick. Another example of how bricks are patterned is by this apparatus, which produces a series of vertical scratches on the face of the brick. These bricks are known as pinstripe bricks. Extruded bricks are set on mobile cars that are passed through the drying and firing stages of the tunnel kiln without the need to be reset or handled. One car is drawn from the kiln approximately every 2 hours, and immediately a carload of green bricks is placed in the other end of the kiln. The line of cars is pushed through the kiln by a hydraulic ram, which automatically positions itself behind the last car. A pressure gauge placed near the kiln entrance warns of any trouble in the kiln in the event of a car becoming stuck. This capstan is used to haul the cars from the drying zone to the entrance of the kiln itself. Monier's kiln is divided into three sections: a preheat zone, a firing zone and a cooling zone. Inspection of the bricks in the firing zone can be carried out through small openings in this section of the kiln. An angle iron is fitted to the platform of the cars and travels in a sand-filled track on the side walls of the kiln. This prevents heat from the kiln affecting the wheels of the car. Control of the heat of the kiln is maintained from this control centre. Bricks are burned from between 1000 to 1200 degrees Celsius, depending on the type of brick being manufactured. Records are kept of the details of the bricks in each car while they are in the kiln. It takes approximately 3.5 days for each carload of bricks to travel the length of the kiln. As the cars leave the kiln, a portion of the record card is placed on the carload of bricks itself. Mechanical methods of handling today require that bricks are strapped for transport and handling on the building site. Packs of approximately 200 bricks are wire strapped and are lifted by forklift or crane off the trucks, which cart the bricks to the building site. The Australian brick manufacturing industry of today is vastly different from that of only a few years ago. The ever-popular traditional use of brick, plus that growing appreciation of brick as a structural element, has led to the industry's large-scale investment in improving manufacturing processes. Trends in design and fashion demand that brick manufacturers are ever alert to the demand of the public in the design and colour range of clay bricks, and various types of face bricks are produced to cater for the tastes of architects, builders and clients.